The people who made the new F1 movie spent millions of dollars to convince you this is the most realistic racing movie ever. They show you real cars on real tracks, with Brad Pitt literally driving them. But what if I told you there is a giant secret hidden in plain sight that they are begging F1 fans not to notice? It's a detail so small but so important, it will change how you see this entire movie. We've been promised the ultimate Formula One movie and it looks absolutely insane. But today, we are not just watching the movie, we are investigating it. And we are going to expose the one secret this entire production is built on. Now, before we get to the secret, you have to admit what they pulled off here is incredible. The director, the same guy who made Top Gun, Maverick, wanted to make the most authentic racing movie in history. And he got Formula One to give him everything he needed to do it.
We had done it with jets on Top Gun Maverick, but the challenges of doing it on a car were going to be very different. That meant developing some bespoke, lightweight camera packages.
This film crew literally created their own F1 team. They called it APXGP. They had their own garage, their own crew, and this insane black and gold car for the whole world to see. They filmed during real Grand Prix weekends at tracks like Silverstone and Spa. So when you see thousands of fans in the movie, those are real fans at a real race. The energy, the noise, the unbelievable scale of an F1 race, it's all 100% real. And right in the middle of it all is Brad Pitt. To get ready, he and his co-star Damson Idris spent months training in real race cars. Brad Pitt drove over 6,000 miles behind the wheel. That is a crazy amount of driving just to make it look real. So when you see him in the cockpit, he is actually driving on a real F1 track. And this wasn't just for show. They brought in the GOAT, 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, as a producer to make sure everything felt completely legit. He wanted to put you inside the driver's helmet to make you feel the speed like never before. On paper, it's the perfect recipe for the most realistic racing movie ever made. And yet, this is where our investigation begins. Because to do all of this, they needed a car. And the story of that car is where the Hollywood magic gets insane. The star of the movie is this APXGP race car. It looks like a 2024 F1 car. It sounds like one. It even sits on the grid next to the best cars in the world. But it is not an F1 car.
IMAX is a really special format.
Roll camera!
When you go to an IMAX theater, you know that that theater is set up just as the filmmakers intended.
The bigger the screen, the more you're gonna feel it. The speed, the physics of being in the car. IMAX, that's where I'm going.
The secret that's been hiding in plain sight is that the APXGP car is actually a Formula 2 car wearing an F1 Halloween costume. With help from the Mercedes F1 team, they took a real F2 race car and just made it look like an F1 car. They designed brand new bodywork to copy a modern F1 car all the way down to fake sensors on the tires. Now, for most people, who cares, right? It's a cool car driven by Brad Pitt. But for a true F1 fan, this is a huge deal. Let me break it down. An F2 car has around 620 horsepower. A real F1 car has over 1000 horsepower. The difference in speed, grip, and braking is gigantic. To show you how big that difference is, at the British Grand Prix, a real F1 car did a lap in 1 minute and 25 seconds. The F2 car, it was almost 40 seconds slower. On a racetrack, that's not a different league. That's a different planet. This creates a massive problem for the movie. They're selling you the idea that this team can compete with Ferrari and Red Bull. But if you put an F2 car on track with real F1 cars, it would look like it's parked. So, how did they solve this? How did they fake the racing when their car was so much slower?
A new year, a new era, a new season. Welcome
to the biggest trick in the entire movie. The real secret isn't that they used F2 car. The secret is how they filmed them to trick you into thinking they were in a real F1 race. You are not going to believe this. The APX GP cars were almost never on the track at the same time as the real F1 cars. The film crew was given tiny 50-minute window to film on the track between the real F1 seasons. So they sent Brad Pitt out on a completely empty track in front of thousands of fans to film all his scenes. He was on a real track during a real race weekend, but he was driving completely alone.
Possible. The quality of...
So, all that awesome wheel-to-wheel racing you see in the movie, it's all movie magic. They're not actually racing anyone. The director used the same playbook from Top Gun Maverick. They mounted tiny 6K cameras all over the car to get every possible angle.
Capture the most authentic racing film ever.
Then they mixed this footage of Brad Pitt driving alone with footage from the actual F1 races. They digitally stitched the fake car into the real race. So when you see Brad Pitt battling Max Verstappen, you're actually watching two completely different videos edited together so perfectly that your brain just accepts it as real. The real secret is just how good the deception is. They promised real cars on real tracks. And that's true. But they left out the part where it was all created in an editing room. So after all of that, does any of this movie magic even matter? Well, the real F1 drivers who have seen the movie basically say no. Many of them said that even with the Hollywood drama, the movie captures the real spirit of the sport. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc said the movie is made for giant audience, not just for pro drivers. The goal is to make people love F1, and it looks like it's going to work. Lewis Hamilton's entire job was to push for authenticity, and he thinks the movie nailed it. He says the incredible access they got makes you feel the speed and the danger. This brings up a good question. What is authenticity anyway? It is a perfect recreation of real life, like a documentary, or is it about capturing the feeling of being there? The movie definitely chose to be an awesome blockbuster instead of a perfect simulation. It's a story about winning and losing.
He's done it! Let's go! And Hamilton wins!
If you think you know how your story ends, think again.
Which is something everyone can understand, not just F1 fans. It's a drama that uses Formula 1 to tell a great human story. just like Ford vs Ferrari or Rush did. So there you have it. The secret is the star car is a fake, filmed on an empty track and edited together like a magic trick. For some hardcore fans, knowing this might ruin the movie. But maybe the real magic isn't that they faked it, but that they faked it so well that even die-hard fans might not have noticed it. This movie isn't trying to be a documentary. It's a love letter to Formula One, and like any good love letter, it exaggerates a little to make you feel something. It trades perfect accuracy for a movie that makes you feel the G-force and the thrill of a real race. The secret of the F1 movie isn't a flaw. It just shows how far filmmakers will go to create something incredible. They used every tool they had, crazy access, new cameras, and Hollywood magic to put you in the driver's seat of a F1 car. But that's just what I think. I want to know what you guys think. Does knowing this secret ruin the movie for you? Or does it make it even more impressive? Let me know in the comments right now. And if you learned something new, destroy that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.
That's the other driver. You say he was old. He not that old. That's a handsome man right there.
What's he doing? Plan C. Be ready.
Just gotta hope for some lucky breaks.
Hope it's not a strategy.
Anything else, Professor?
Drive fast. Ever seen a miracle?
Not yet. How do you think I'd feel if you die on the track?
3 laps. 3 laps is a lifetime.